Hello students, you did it. You went through Module 1 and now we're finally on Module 2 and we're going to learn about fractions. Fractions are normally one of the most dreaded things by students. However, I wanted to let you know that there's only 2 or 3 rules about fractions. Once you learn them and you practice them, then you will be okay. So let's start with fractions. Before we begin with fractions, we're going to learn things such as the least common multiple. The students confuse sometimes the least common multiple with the greatest common factor. However, the least common multiple, also called or abbreviated LCM, tells us how to find the multiples of a number. You already know that 3 times 1 is 3 and 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9 and so on. Remember when we were going through our multiplication tables? A number that's a multiple of 2 or more numbers is a common multiple of those numbers. The multiples of a number are the products of that number and the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A number that's a multiple of 2 or more numbers is a common multiple of those numbers. For example, the least common multiple, or LCM, is the smallest common multiple of 2 or more numbers. Let's go to the blackboard and find the LCM of 450 and 600. I'm going to get my pen and I'm going to write 450 and 600. The first 2 steps of the LCM are the following. The first step, when you're given an LCM, and normally they can give you 2 or 3 numbers, is to find the factors of each number. The easiest way to do this, especially when it's big numbers, is to do the T diagram or the tree. Prime factorization, pretty much. Yes, you can do it with a calculator or you can do it with your head, but it will take a long time. So I would recommend that you use and learn the tree to do this. It will pay off. Alright, so now we have 450. As you know, when we're doing the tree diagram or tree, we're trying to find the factors of this number. In this case, 450. If we try to divide this by 1, we're not going to go anywhere, really. Well, how about 2? It does end with a 0. However, if we want to go a little bit faster, we can see that 4 plus 5 is 9, in which case we can divide this number by 3. 450 divided by 3 gives us 150. And we can see again that 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 is a multiple of 3. So we can divide this by 3 again. Dividing this by 3 again will give us 50. Now we know the number 50 is divisible by 2 because it ends with a 0. Remember some of our rules? 50 divided by 2 is 25. And now 25 ends in 5, so we know this number is divisible by 5. 25 divided by 5 is 5. But we are not done yet. Remember, we still have to finish with this last factor. 5 can only be divided by itself, or 1. Very good. Now we know that the prime factorization of 450 is the following. 3 times 3 times 2 times 5 times 5. If you wanted to write this in shorthand notation, you could also say that 450 is equal to 3 squared times 2 times 5 squared. This will be helpful when you are talking about large numbers. Alright, now that we have 450, let's continue with 600. We know that 600 can be divided by 2, and this will give us 300. Again, we can divide by 2, and this will give us 150. We could divide by 2 over here and get 75. And now we know that this number can be divided either by 3 or by 5. If we divide by 3, we get 25. Right? 25 times 3 is 75. And then we know that we can divide this number by 5, and this will give us 5. And then 5 can be divided by 5. It gives us 1. So as you can see, the prime factorization for the number 600 is the following. 2 to the cube. Remember, you see 1, 2, 3 times 3 times 5 squared. All right, very good. So in this lesson, you found how to find the tree on those two numbers. And now what we have to decide is which of all these factors is going to be the smallest common number that both of them, 450 and 600, have in common. Let's do that in the next video.